Hi, I'm Dale Fredericks, and I'd like to talk a little bit about halter tie knots. I prefer the rope type halters over the nylon web halters, mainly because there's no hardware on them to break. On the nylon halters, and also on a lead rope with a snap on it, those metal pieces can break. I know from personal experience they can break, and then the lead rope flies back and hits you, and they can hurt you. So consequently, especially if I'm going to be tying up a horse that I don't know much about, I like to have a rope halter with no hardware on it. And this is the type of knot we usually use to tie a halter on the horse's head. It's called a sheet bend. And the way you tie it is, you just come through the eye of the halter right here, snug it up, and then come around behind on the right side to the front, and then go through and under the rope where you just came through the eye. And then you pull it snug, and I like with the excess to tuck it here under the throat latch so it doesn't flop around and hit them. And also I prefer when they have the ends bound together like this. This has some soft rubber on the end of it. Anything that's soft, not too hard. It makes it a lot easier to thread it through the eye up here. Now another way to tie this, which I use if I have a horse that I think, because this is a real good, the one I just showed you is a real good knot, but it can pull down real tight if a horse really pulls back on it. So if I have a horse like that I think might really pull back and test it, I'll start it the same way. I'll come from behind, go through the eye, but this time I'm going to come up straight up, and I'm going to go through the two ropes up here on top. I'm going to split them, and I'm going to draw it down tight, and then again I'm going to come around the right side here of the eye to the front and back through. Pull it tight, and then again with the extra you can tuck it here under the throat latch. The reason this will never pull tight is because you have a bite that goes around the eye right here, so all the pressure is going to be on that and it will never pull down. But normally I just tie it with a regular sheet bend like this. I might mention too that some of the halters they make are real thin diameter, and I wouldn't recommend tying a horse up with those. They could cut into them and hurt them. I would imagine this is about 1/4 of an inch diameter. I wouldn't tie them up with anything much smaller than that. And when I tie a horse to a fence or something, there's lots of different ways you can tie them, but this is the knot that I normally use. I just take the tail of my rope, I go over the rail or through the hook or whatever you're tying to, and then I come around the top again, so I've got two wraps around the rail, and I come back underneath, and I'm just going to make a half hitch over the lead rope here, and then another one. It's real simple to do, and it will never get tight either. So let me show you one more time. I just take the tail of my rope over the rail, around it again, then I make 2 half hitches. That's it. Another reason I like this knot is because I like to work my horses from both sides, so I'm often leading them from the right side too, and this knot's pretty easy for me to tie from either side. Can you come around on this side and we can show the people how we do it on this side? It's going to be the same thing, I just switch hands. Again, I go around the top rail 2 times, then I make 2 half hitches over my lead rope. And there it is. It's a simple knot, and it's It's pretty easy to use from both sides. That's why I like it. And it won't get tight. Alright, thanks for watching. See you later.